All right, everybody, how you doing? This is Smoking Bears. Welcome to the Bear Cave. We're inside today, and we're going to do a little something different. I don't know how it's going to work out, but what we're going to do is we're going to take a couple skate squashes, we're going to roast them off, and then we're going to build them up like we would a mac and cheese. I don't know. Let's try it out. Cheers. Okay, for today's cast of characters, we are going to use 2 skate squashes. I got a pound of chorizo, some green chilies, salt, pepper, some mac and cheese blend cheese, some flour, and milk to make our roux for our cheese sauce. So, let's get into this. First thing we got to do is cut these bad boys in half. So just get out your meat cleaver, what I like to use, and just try to cut it down the center there. Opens up like that. They're not quite even, that's fine. Get the next one, do the same. Now we got to clean that out. Just grab a garbage bowl and a regular tablespoon and just scrape it out. You can't really see what I'm doing. Just go around, get all that stuff out of there. Okay, just like that. Okay, so now we got them cleaned out. We got them moved over to a cookie sheet lined with foil. We got the oven up to 425. And now what I'm going to do is, we got to roast these off. So I'm just going to spray them with some olive oil. Just give them a good spray of olive oil. And then I'm going to add a little bit of our Bayou Bear. I'm calling it audible. I know I didn't say that earlier, but I'm going to sprinkle that on there. You could use any kind of Cajun rub or barbecue rub you want. Straight up salt and pepper would be fantastic. The whole idea is we're going to add layers and layers of flavor. Alright, so let's get these in the oven and let's get browning our chorizo. Alright, we're getting pretty warm right here, so I think we're good. I'm going to give it a little hit of olive oil, just like chorizo goes in. You guys know all about this. Let's see, we're getting some grease here. That's what we're going to use to make our roux for our cheese sauce. We may have to add some bacon grease to it, but alright, so now we're all browned up, we're all good. I'm going to go ahead and start pulling it out and put it in this little bowl here for later. Alright, so one way you can tell chorizo is done is because it starts reabsorbing the grease. So as you see, we don't have that much in there. So I'm going to pour just a little bit of bacon grease in there. About a tablespoon or so. So let's get about a tablespoon of flour in there. Get out Grandma's whisk. You see we did have a little bit in there. So I'm going to need a little more grease. And because we've got 2 little skate squashes, we won't need a big thing to do. Big thing of roux and cheese sauce. But you see that color? That's from the chorizo. So now we add a little bit of milk. And we go. So add a little black pepper. Got to keep it moving. We're getting thick. That's good. Let's go in with our mac and cheese blend. Put about half of it in. Or a little more. Let's stir to get that melted. Let's add our can of green chilies also. These were whole chilies that I had to chop. Now let's go in with about half of our chorizo. About half. Okay, so our scotty squash are done. You can tell because they just kind of pull away from the edge here. They've been in the oven an hour at 425. So normally I look this cool, but because we've got our cheese sauce ready to roll, let me go ahead and get some gloves on and let's get this scraped out. Basically all we're going to do is just hold it as best you can because it's smoking hot. Shred it. That's it. It'll come out looking pretty clean. Right, back to the pan. You can see we started setting up a little bit because I turned the heat off while I cleaned these. So this is what I got out of two of those sketty squashes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take about a handful. Just dump it in. Another handful. Mama, we gonna be eating good today. Gosh. You know, when you get a new recipe, you think, man, I'm gonna try this. It ought to be good. Well, let me tell you what. This is looking better than what I had imagined. Okay, that looks like it's all incorporated. I got my oven back down to 350. Let's take the remainder cheese. Sprinkle across the top. Yeah, buddy. That kind of spread around. Oh man, let me tell you what, that looks amazing and it smells awesome. I'm going to cut up a little tomato here just for the garnish. Put a little diced tomato up on there. And then we'll sprinkle a little bit of dried cilantro. All right, guys, so let me tell you, this turned out better than what I imagined. Wow, let's give this a try. Ooh. Ooh, nice. You do get a little bit of this Mexican flavor from the chorizo. You get a little bit of the, got some texture from the skillet squash. There's a little heat from the green chilies, and probably this little dried cilantro. The tomatoes, nice and a little refreshing. Kind of ground it out. Mmm. That is some good stuff. Man, I highly recommend this. Just get out there and try something different, man. Remember, there's only 2 rules in cooking. Did you have fun? And did it taste good? These did. Rock on. You're awesome. Have a great week. Cheers.